bonkers! Me first! Out of the way, chumps!
Greetings! Welcome to the island. Please take these precious stones as a hello gift.
Oh, diamonds! Gimme.
Actually, they're form stones. Moving around with these in your hands can bring you good luck.
Stupid rocks! I don't want them!
Choo-choo. WarioWare Move It is a return to form for a series that I didn't know actually needed one. 2021's Get It Together was a lot of fun, but it wasn't until playing the newest title in the series that I realised it was somehow missing the madcap fun of the Wii-era Smooth Moves title. Because let's be clear about it, WarioWare Move It is basically a sequel to Smooth Moves in all but name, and that's a very good thing. This means a full return to motion controls as well, and to those that like to ignore the rules and not use those wrist straps, Nintendo has got you cornered this time, as even that is a requirement for some of these micro games. Wario has won a holiday for him and all of his friends because he ate 50 garlic burgers, and on this tropical island paradise there are things called form stones, and I have to give immense credit to the developers at Nintendo for constantly coming up with ways for shoehorning in its actual controllers into a game somehow, because the Joy-Cons are the form stones, and there are numerous forms you need to take to play out the massive collection of micro games that WarioWare Move It includes. As usual, you'll play through a series of micro games at an increasing pace to get to a boss level which is more involved, and then move on to the next story mission. Starting out easily enough, you'll learn Choo-Choo, where you hold your arms like a steam train, or Sky Stretch, which is kind of like pull-ups, and more, but you'll quickly be barreling through the levels and be acting like a bird eating worms using the Bakar form, and God forbid anyone walks past your window when doing this, but wiggling your tail as Mario in Super Mario Bros. 3 to fly along safely. You'll act out tug-of-war style motions, squat to catch a fish between your legs in thigh fishing, pull the tights off someone's head, waddle like a penguin, fan your friends as they pirouette, and so many others that it's hard to even recount a list of favourites. You will even have to drop the Joy-Cons in some cases for certain forms, and then hurriedly pick them back up to be ready for the next game. Make no mistake, you will use your ass in WarioWare Move It. And I don't mean you'll be physically active, though that is definitely something the game demands. Buttergraph uses the squat form factor and requires you to draw a line with your bum. There's lots of that kind of thing, and it's all very WarioWare in nature. Playing in our household with teenagers and parents alike, there was rarely a minigame that didn't extract some form of laughter from someone. Even in the introductions to the forms themselves, there's a mannequin that has a very clearly defined derriere. It's a treat on the eyes, ears, and ass, apparently. All of this is playable in 2-player, where you'll take turns doing a micro game, then do one together, and when this happens, the actual action is altered to react to the 2-player nature, even in boss fights. Should you fail any attempt, the next player can get your life back by having a go at it, and if everyone fails out, you're given one more chance to continue by copying an almost yoga-like pose on the screen. I make no apology for loving the art style, voice work and purposefully childish design of the micro games and visuals on offer. It isn't going to change your mind if you've seen a WarioWare title in action before and found it to be too silly for you, but I love this kind of thing, and I adore that games are being released by major first-party publishers where you have to essentially make yourself look like a bird sucking up a worm from the ground. If there is a negative to the main story mode, it's that really it's quite important to be standing up in some form to manoeuvre around. It's not impossible to play sat down, but it varies form to form on whether it works well or not. Also, some of the games require you to fail first in order to understand what needs doing, and they're slightly less intuitive than others. But with the sheer volume of micro games and ideas on show, it's really not the end of the world, and you will find some of them a tad confusing at first. But there's just so much here as a package. The main story mode offers the 2-player adventure, but party mode is an unexpected addition. Up to 4 people can play this, and you have Mario Party style boards to progress through. It's like the culmination of everything WarioWare has done before, but combined with Mario Party. You roll dice and you move along the board, doing mini-games as you would in a Mario Party title. The winner gets to roll the next dice, then just when you think you've got the prize locked in, something will happen and somehow the entire board is reversed, and the player who is about to get to the end is now at the start, and the person who hasn't managed to win a single game or roll a single dice is suddenly one away from winning. Like I say, it's very Mario Party, in the little cheat you suddenly, but is a huge amount of fun anyway. It's difficult to know what more Nintendo could do to make a WarioWare game in 2023. It's so much fun with friends and family and feels so creative and silly. It reminds me in some ways of Pikmin 4 earlier this year in that it's almost a Hail Mary of a game. There's so much fun to be had that it feels like Nintendo's saying, if you don't play this one, let's just forget all about it. And it even makes use of the IR sensor in the Joy-Cons, because it makes use of all the motion controls on offer, and it really is a hilarious, bonkers game that shouldn't be missed, and it's the best WarioWare title since Smooth Moves and the earlier handheld titles, which is why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Hey, Adam from GodIsAGeek.com here. Hope you enjoyed our WarioWare Move It review. Do make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you never miss any future content. There's still lots of games to come this year, and then of course there's our annual Game of the Year celebration, so you don't want to miss those podcasts because they take hours to do. It's going to be a big one this year. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.